A few years ago, I wrote a documentary about the Cherokees and the Trail of Tears experience, and it was thrilling to hear my narration read by James Earl Jones, who's part Cherokee himself. And in making that film, I realized that there was also a very good book here, a story that had never really been told before. For most Americans, the Trail of Tears conjures up images of people taken from their homes at gunpoint and sent off on a forced march 800 miles to a reservation in Oklahoma. That's part of this painful, powerful story. But there's much more to it. The Cherokees were both participants and victims in their own removal tragedy. They were fighting, inside their own nation, a fierce battle over identity and patriotism at the very moment that they were facing forced removal by the U.S. government. That's what An American Betrayal explores, focusing on a remarkable cast of characters. There's President Andrew Jackson, a veteran Indian fighter who, more than anyone, made removal of the Indians a principal goal. Chief John Ross, who was only 1/8 Cherokee, required an interpreter to translate his perfectly spoken English into Cherokee. Yet he commanded the loyalty of most Cherokees because he never stopped fighting to keep his people on their land. And then there were the dissenters in Cherokee country, especially Elias Boudinot and John Ridge, gifted young men, highly educated in New England. But when they married local white girls, the town erupted in racial violence. That experience taught Boudinot and Ridge that no matter how much they embraced mainstream America, Andrew Jackson and his Southern supporters were determined to take their people's land. The Cherokee story reminds me of our ongoing struggle to define what it means to be an American. What is a true patriot? For Cherokees, in that fateful moment, the most burning question was, who was the better patriot? Men like Boudinot and Ridge, who tried to save their people by accepting removal and starting over in the West, away from violent whites, or Chief Ross, who insisted on saving their land, no matter the costs. An American Betrayal tells this dramatic story. It's one we should never forget.